Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm here at Fitzgerald's Jeep in sunny Clearwater, Florida, and we have a Jeep bad boy here. This is a 2019 Jeep Rubicon. So let's talk a little bit about the history of the Jeep. Jeep goes all the way back to World War II. Such an iconic vehicle, has really shaped car culture for decades and will continue to. And that's what I really love about Jeeps. I've never owned one personally, but after doing a couple reviews here at Fitzgerald Jeep, I get it now. I get driving a Jeep, why you'd want to own one, why they're so much fun, and how much personality they have. So let's go ahead and dive into this 2019 Jeep Rubicon. Now, if you're wondering, hey, did they redesign a Jeep at all as of late? Yes. 2018, the Jeep Wrangler series got the whole total redesign, and with this Rubicon, it follows suit. You can see one of those touches is the extra lighting on the flared out fender. Love that look. Another thing I love is how they went with the round circular headlight, but those are LEDs. Very nicely done. You can see the Jeep logo inside on top of the housing in there. You have your classic 7-slot grille. If you've ever wondered, why is it 7? Why not 8? Why not 30? Because supposedly, the way the story goes, Jeep was the first to get on all 7 continents, so you have your 7 slots for each continent. I'm on North America. Where are you? But anyways, as we drop down, love the bumper setup, especially with the cutout area and those fog lamps all the way across. Great looking bumper with your bright red tow hooks here. Excellent setup, just enough height. I love the ground clearance on these Jeeps, especially on the Rubicon with that 4-door setup. As we come around the corner here, that's where we're looking at for a wheel and tire setup. So this comes from the factory with the BF Goodrich, those all-terrain TAs. These are things that are gonna grip you through the mud, through the sand. I love the style of the wheel. You can see the flat black, the brushed aluminum, and then I'm gonna have Tom show off right here the little Jeep Easter eggs, as they call them, that are just located throughout the vehicle. Nicely done. It's a 17-inch wheel and just great setup. It sits perfect. I love the amount of room that is in between the top of the tire and the fender, and I like the way the flared out fender full painted. There's that classic Rubicon name on the hood. When we talk about the hood, I love the style. You can see the extra body lines that's in the Rubicon hood. You have the raised center portion, and then you have these vents that are non-functional on the hood. I'm gonna zonk it because they're not functional, but they do look pretty damn good. I'll admit that. As we go into the fender area, the Jeep logo, there's your Wrangler. This is a limited Rubicon edition. I like the way that they outline the Jeep in the red. Normally I would zonk one of these antennas, but I'm going to let it slide because it's a Jeep. It's all about being different. It's all about being connected to the past, and that really says it all. As you can see, this one has the full hardtop matching that same illustrious paint. You have flat black on the mirrors. These doors, everything's gonna come off if you want it, all 4 of them. Nicely done, exposed hinges, says Jeep all day long. Coming back to the rear window, like the way they just kept it, that rectangle shape really blends in well with the whole setup. Another thing I wanna show here too, it's gonna keep that body protected. So you have the bars down here to keep that frame protected as you're going off-road. Those are the types of things you wanna see. As you wrap it around the rear, very clean. I love just how clean and how simple the back is. You got your spare tire, nice rear glass. There's those bumpers again, just like up front, metal bumpers, front and rear on the Rubicon, and I love the style. It's that gas can style of taillight lighting in the back. Makes it just scream, I'm a Jeep. Speaking of Jeep, let's go ahead and pop the hood and see what we're working with power-wise. All right, guys, the hood is popped on this Jeep Rubicon. You can see the prop rod. Normally I would zonk that in any other car, but in this car, it just goes with Jeep. What you're looking at underneath the hood, that's that 3.6 liter V6, that Pentastar engine. You can still get it mated to a 6-speed manual, 8-speed automatic. You're looking at 285 horsepower, 260 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60, manual actually is faster, 6.1 seconds. Automatic is 6.8 seconds. Quarter mile in 15.9 seconds at 87 miles an hour. If you're concerned about Hey, what about fuel? Fuel, you're looking about 18 in the city, 23 on the highway, MPG wise. Like I said, it's great that they give you choices, and I think it's just a nice balanced setup. Let's go ahead, fire up this Rubicon and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the Jeep Rubicon. It's nice in here. If you've seen any of my other Jeep reviews from Fitzgerald Jeep, if you go a lower trim level, things could be a little bit on the cheaper side of things, so to speak, both in price, but also the fit and finish. But in here, lots of nice amenities. Now, before I go any further, I know you're gonna say it. What's the price? You look at MSRP, the way that this one sits, $56,000. Let's see what you get. To the door panels, there is a lot of black, but on the Rubicon, you have power door locks. You have that leather material on the armrest with a nice red contrast stitching and a nice brushed aluminum looking door handle to open up the door. As we go into the dash area, it's on the softer side up top. I like the stitching, and I like this off red, this flat red trim. Very nice, especially with the AC vents and the silver trim around the round AC vents. You have a large, check out this screen, large 7-inch fully color screen. You could do your climate in here. You have the seat controls, heated seats, heated wheel, backup camera. I mean, it's got it all. This has all the technology bits and pieces that you want. Very easy to use. Of course, you drop down, you got your manual controls as well. Dual climate, really nice to see. You have where you could shut off your automatic start stop feature, which I highly recommend doing that right away. Window controls, so you have window controls, everything is inboard here. You have a 12 volt and plenty of USB and an aux. And then down here, this is gonna lock your diffs. So you got those lockable diffs. You could disconnect the sway bar when you're in four-wheel drive mode. And then you have the ability to wire up 4 separate things on your Jeep. So you have these aux switches here, similar to what we showed you in the Raptor, where you could have extra lighting, a winch, whatever you want. This is what's controlling that 8-speed automatic. I like the actual shifter. I like the extra touches, and you can see the Jeep logo from World War II put on top here. I don't know if you noticed, it was also on the wheels as well. This little guy, if you're wondering what's up with that, this is gonna control your 4-wheel drive system. It is a little harder plastic here, but that's to keep it easier to clean. Leather though, on the boot, on the good old-fashioned e-brake. You got your 2 cup holders. If you're wondering, well, what does a key fob look like? Real nice. You got push button start, so it's easy to use. You got the back here, very nicely done. Nice leather material on the armrest. You open it up, and I like this. You have a little tray here for some snacks while you're off-roading, and then maybe some beef jerky. Would you like a little beef jerky in your Jeep? Not too salty though. And then a nice area in the cubby with a second USB, and it all closes ever so nicely. Seats, Rubicon embroidery. They're actually quite comfortable. I like the bottom because they're nice and long for taller people. I like the red contrast stitching, and they're very supportive without being hard as a rock. And they have just enough bolstering, because trust me, when you're going off-road, when you're going off-road, you want to be held in the seat. Just like here, you got the old crap handle. I don't want to curse, the old crap handle for your passenger. Over here, you better be holding on to that wheel for dear life. But speaking of the wheel, come on over and I'll show you the business end. All right, guys, business end. I'm loving this wheel. I love the size. I love the thickness. I love the crisscross stitching in red all the way around. The nice silver trim, classic Jeep logo right here staring you right in the face. And then look at those gauges. They hit the nail on the head to blend in some classic with some 21st century technology. I think it was so smart to go fully digital in the center. You can see there's like some gravel look to it. You got your fuel gauge, your temp gauge, and then you got your classic analog tach and speedometer. Perfect setup, easy to go. If you're wondering, well, how do you get the roof off? Real easy. You got these latches that you just push the sunshades forward, you unclick it, you do your little twist, and this is all gonna come off. 1, 2, 3. Speaking of 1, 2, 3, let's see how easy it is to get into the back seat. All right, guys, here we are, back seat time. Actually, plenty of space, 6 feet tall. I got plenty of room. You got the rollover bar right here with your speakers in the ceiling. You got your roof that could easily come off. Back of the seats, you have your military style MOLLE here where you could put whatever you need in the back of the seat. I'm not gonna zonk the black plastic because this is a Jeep for off-roading. Now, because the doors could come off, your window switches are gonna be right here, right in the center console. You have rear AC, and look at this, plenty of connectivity with your home power source as well. 2 little cubbies here, a nice little slot. Other than that, feels really good. The seats are comfortable. The headrests, I mean, they kind of look weird because they're real skinny and skinny and tall, but they work. And then when it comes to the armrest here, look at that. So that flips down, 2 cup holders, a nice little phone slot, nothing else that you could do there, but works really well. And then when you're done, you put it right back. Let's go ahead and see what kind of cargo you could put in the back area. All right, guys, tail end of the business of the 2019 Rubicon. Real simple. That's what I love about these Jeeps is you could use them every single day. So you could easily just swing this open and get in and out your things, or you just flip that right up. It's got the hydraulic struts, and then you can see all the room back here. Those seats are gonna do the 60-40 split, and you can see the full roll bar protection that you and your passengers are gonna have to keep them safe. It's nice. I know we normally zonk the plastic, but back here it's good to have the plastic because it's easy to clean. You got 12-volt power source over on the left-hand side, and just plenty of room that you can enjoy this every single day. The tip, though, is always make sure you close this, then you close that. But if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and take this Rubicon for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Fitzgerald Jeep. We're in the 2019 Jeep Rubicon. This is really nice. I, first of all, like I said earlier, love the color. I love the interior. The leather appointments everywhere. It's nice to have the hard top to keep you out of the elements. Love the dash layout. Really think that Jeep did it well. Now, the biggest zonk, of course, when it comes to this overall Jeep is the price. $56,000 MSRP. That to me is a little steep. But there are a lot of nice features in here and finishes, so I definitely like that. All right, guys, as we're driving here, let me go ahead and tip it into this right-hand turn. Very comfortable, very compliant. I like how easy it is to drive, and the seats, full leather, very, very nice. The bottom is great. It's really holding my hamstrings in nicely, and the back portion really is fitting my lower back, mid back, and upper back perfect. And that's what you really want to have, especially if you're gonna go do some off-roading in your Jeep Rubicon. But this thing, it's just really cool to be in a Jeep, and I like I said, I get it. I get why people love and enjoy their Jeeps. I think one of my favorite parts about the interior is, first of all, I like the thickness of the steering wheel. I like the leather, nice and soft, but I also like this off-red trim that they put around the gauges and the air vents. And speaking of the gauges, they're perfect. I think they're so easy to read, so crystal clear. I like the center with the digital information. This one, like we point out, has the 8-speed automatic, but you know what? You could get a manual with it as well. Pulling out here, let me go ahead and get on it. You're not gonna win any drag races, but you know what? That's not what this vehicle is about. It does have plenty of torque. It is quite on the noisier side, but remember, that's because we have the hard top. It's not like it's been insulated and everything else. This is about feeling the experience, driving in that experience that you're not gonna find in a lot of different vehicles. And that's why, even though maybe I have never bought a Jeep, I like that enthusiasm for the Jeep. And I like how people are just willing to put up with a little bit because they want to drive something that is different, that is near and dear to their heart. Just like if you were a sports car fan or whatever, you're willing to put up with certain things because it's all about the experience rather than just getting to your destination. And isn't that really how life is? The journey, not the destination. Really enjoying this journey in this Jeep Rubicon. It's classy. It really is. It's classy, but yet it's rugged at the same time. They hit the nail on the head. This infotainment screen, nice and large. You got the ability to get into your AC controls and everything very easily. Heated steering wheel. I like the frameless mirror. It's all the little things that add up in here are really great. All right, guys, we're rolling back out here. I tell you, I really am enjoying this Rubicon. It's a lot of fun to drive and just really experience. I mean, it is an experience. Driving a Jeep is something totally different, but with this, you're getting a lot of the great 21st century amenities that you love, and it's just easy to drive. Plenty of room back there in that back seat area. Armrest is at a great height. Visibility is amazing. I'm hoping that this video was able to touch, we were able to touch on everything. I know we didn't get off-road, but that's something that you're gonna have to do once you get your Jeep Rubicon, and maybe give me a call and I'll review it as you go off-road. But we're gonna get back to Fitzgerald's Jeep, and I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another magical day here at Fitzgerald's Jeep. Definitely gotta thank Jason and everybody else here at the dealership for opening up the doors and allowing us access to these great Jeep products. If these are the types of things you'd like to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content here on Rady's Rides, get yourself some merch. How do you do that? Click the link in the description, takes you right to Spreadshirt. Of course, I got to give it up to Big Guns McGee, bigger than this Jeep Rubicon, stronger than this Rubicon. Check him out on Instagram at Mosh Photos. He may surprise you with some of the things that he likes to take pictures of, like babies, birds, and bats. But thank you, Tom, for all your hard work. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.